Welcome everybody to Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, before I get started, let me say that this is going to be a first for my channel in that I'm going to be going through this start to finish and get as much out of the way as I can, and this is probably going to take a good amount of time to finish because of my work schedule, and that's probably going to be true up until the point that Evolve or Bloodborne or Dark Souls 2, the first Sinner, comes out. So this is going to be one of those things that's just going to start and stop consistently. So, alright, we get to choose our character, and I've put some thought into this and decided that I didn't want to be human because that's too bland. Didn't want to be elf because a lot of people like being elves. I was leaning towards being a dwarf because that's kind of a different type of class rather than just your standard typical human elf, barbarian, and so on. But then the Qunari is just kind of sitting there all by himself as something that's not really been done in a lot of other games aside from like their style, but like their appearance is much different than the complexion of the others. So what I decided to do was pick one of you, and for the class, I was going to do a dual wielding class, but aside from my main channel actually doing that, I thought it would just be a little bit too out of combat per se to actually choose that class. Mage is not really in the fighting, so I didn't want that. Sword and shield seems a tad too standard. Same with the archer, it being a tad out of combat more than the dual wielder. So I decided to pick the two-handed sword wielding class so that I'm always in the thick of things, and it makes things a tad bit more interesting because it's not a style that I'm used to for most games. I'm usually playing as a support character or a mage or something that is more tactical rather than just in your face. But since I chose the Qunari, this is probably a decent suggestion. I decided to just stick with normal here because I don't feel like going like hard because I'm not sure how difficult the game could get right off the bat. So, no, I don't want to import save. Yes. So let's get into it. I'll try not to speak through the cutscenes. I can't guarantee or anything, but I'll do my best. I'm sure everybody wants to hear the dialogue, even though I do have subtitles on. So, inward. And our customization screen right off the bat. So, I was going to probably customize a character, but then I realized that I'm really picky when I customize characters. So, I'm just gonna go with a standard character and call it a day. I think I want to go with the Broken Horn guy, because he seems kind of like a brute. And your name, since I'm a very big Dark Souls fan, I want to name you Artorias. Just for the sake of the LP. Alright. Who's that? Off in the distance. Got a triangle for a head. That's probably not a good thing. Or it's a staff or something. Just like Dark Souls, we walk through the fog. And fucking spiders. Those spiders. And... yeah, never mind. I guess that was just her hat. I guess she's one of the priests. Nothing happened there, I swear. Nothing at all. I just collapsed on the ground. Nothing to worry about. I'll wake up and be okay. Load times.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
Everyone's dead, huh? Well, sure. Yeah.
You think I'm responsible?
Explain this.
Fuck if I know.
I can't.
Yeah, it's just like
What
that.
do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need him, Cassandra.
For...
So what happens now?
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
Fuck.
I remember running. Things were chasing me, and then... a woman.
A woman?
She
A woman.
reached out to me. But then...
Go to the Ford Camp, Liliana. I will take him to the rift.
That sounds like a good place. It sounds like purgatory.
What did happen?
Good question.
Will be easier to show you.
And bound by cuffs. Yay.
We call it the Breach. It's a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This
Explosions.
one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world. Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
How do you know that the thing's going to be killing me? Like, it looks like it hurts. It doesn't look like it's actually actively killing me, but whatever. Yeah.
So if I do what you want, will I live through it?
That's a good question.
I have no way of knowing.
Yeah, and of course, blatant answer is blatant. Of course, there's no sense in not trying, because the world's gonna go to shit one way or another, so...
They have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The conclave was hers.
Oops.
It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars. She brought their leaders together. Now they are dead.
Oops.
We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed.
Don't you stab me.
There will be a trial. I can promise no more. Come. It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Towards the big shiny
Mark
button.
must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Alright. Now, whenever, I played this a little bit before I started
Open
the
gate.
LP,
We are heading into the valley.
which is how I figured out that the dual-wielding class, is still one of those in-and-out kind of characters, and why I decided not to pick one. So, I didn't get too far. I didn't even get to the second major town, or first, if you don't count the main area you start off in. So, because of that, I have a little bit of knowledge in the game, and was doing tests to make sure it was working properly because of the recording method I'm using. So, let us go towards the giant green shitstorm that's raining fucking green meteors on top of everybody. See, now that looks like he's in some
Houses are
severe
coming
fucking pain.
faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
Whoops.
Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Temple of Sacred Ashes. Okay, yeah, that's a wonderful place to be. Whee!
Stay
Ooh,
behind me.
beastie. Ooh, beastie. More beastie. R2's the standard attack. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, it's a taunt, alright.
It's over.
Drop your weapon. Now.
Let me think about that. No.
A demon attacked me. What was I supposed to do?
You don't need to fight.
Are you saying it won't happen again?
Yeah, exactly.
You're right. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless.
Yeah, no shit. You just have to expect me not to stab you in your back. Because, yeah.
Your life is threatened enough as it is.
Yeah. A little bit. The world hates you.